Yo, what's going on to all my video game peeps? It's your favorite Stone Gamer, your boy Big V, here with another episode of my show, Games and Strands, where we smoke and talk about video game stuff. That's it. That's all. You know what I mean? Salute to all my gaming peeps out there worldwide. You know what I mean? Real quick, shout out to my guy, Glue Hefner, for the t-shirt, Law of Attraction, The Power of Words. His album is out right now in your phone right now. Look it up. Glue Hefner. Glue Hefner. Yes. Salute to him. VA was popping. You know what I mean? Yo, listen. I'm going to jump right into it, right? And this may be a little late, you know what I mean, for the conversation, or you know what? It's never too late for the conversation, because when it comes to gaming, it's never a dull time to just talk about a video game that you have recently played, whether it be new or old. And as long as you are enjoying yourself on whatever platform that you're on, that's what matters the most. It's not about whether you're on Xbox or PC or PlayStation. It's about whether you are having a great time or not. You know what I mean? So listen, when I first got my PS5, some of my save data to some of my games, I couldn't find for some reason. And one of those games that I could not find the save data for was Far Cry 5. And on PlayStation 4, man, I put in so many hours on Far Cry 5. I was almost to the end. But when my PS5 came and I tried to download my transfer data from the PS4, for some reason, it wasn't allowing me to do it, or I was doing something totally wrong. I don't know. But what happened was, in these recent past few days, I loaded up one of my old USBs and I was going through it and I found my save data for Far Cry 5. And that made me so happy, because when I loaded it in now to the PS5, it says that I had 61 hours total in that game. So now you can imagine why I didn't want to start the game from scratch. I refused to start that game from scratch. I was just going to be like, you know what? Fuck it. It's over. I guess I won't ever see how that game ends. On to the next, right? But yo, these last few days, I jumped back in and yo, I fell in love all over again with Far Cry 5, man. I was late to the party with Far Cry. Far Cry 5 was my first one, I'll be honest. I didn't come in playing 1, 2, 3, or 4. Somebody introduced me to Part 5, and I just fell in love with it from the gate. Oh my God. The characters, the setting, the graphics, like Ubisoft really, in my opinion, just outdid themselves with Far Cry 5. And to some of y'all may be saying, yo, that's a stretch, but whatever. We're talking about my experience and how I feel. So I jumped back in and I want to talk up a little bit about that today. I'm keeping this podcast short. I just want to talk about what I really enjoyed about Far Cry 5. The graphics were awesome. Some of the best graphics on last gen, PS4 and all that. And I think it's some of the probably I won't go and say the best graphics that Ubisoft have ever made. I'm not gonna go that. That's a stretch. But as far as Far Cry 5, the graphics are great. I don't know if it got that next gen bump like it did on the Xbox. Because I know on Xbox, I think Far Cry 5 did get a 60 frames per second bump. I don't know if PS5 got that either. Got that too. But yeah, regardless, it looks great. To have came out on last gen. It looks great today on the PS5, and that's what I played it on. Secondly, man, yo, listen, this family in Far Cry 5 was fucking insane. Yo, but I think for me, Faith is one of the most underrated villains in video game history. Yo, her section of the map was so trippy. Like, you be running through the flowers and you start just slowing down, and little white particles from the flowers just floating all over the screen and all that. And she just kept disappearing and reappearing and going crazy when you trying to take her out. Then she was talking all crazy when you're in her section, and she just start just talking all weird and all spooky like. Yo, that was one of the most underrated and spookiest villains in the game to me personally. Faith. Like, I promise you, man, I really enjoyed playing through Far Cry 5. You know, some of y'all would say, you know, it's just typical Ubisoft rinse and repeat. Listen, I don't give a fuck. I love Ubisoft games, man. I absolutely love Ubisoft games. I'm playing through Avatar now. I'm almost at the end. It's kind of tough at the end, but I'm gonna work through it. I'm playing through Assassin's Creed Mirage, almost at the end of that too. Like, I buy a lot of Ubisoft games, and I know some of y'all don't like how they are arranged with their payout. With the one version might be $70, then the other version might go from $130, and the other might be $250. That is a little outrageous. I do agree. Some of y'all don't like microtransactions in games. Me personally, I think it's there for the people that like to do that. If you are one of those people who want to spend money on the microtransactions, why wouldn't they try to capitalize on that? I'm not against that at all. Do your thing. Get your money. It's a business. But back to Far Cry 5, man. I really love playing through the game with so much to do, from fishing to just trying to liberate the outposts, to finding the prepper stashes that had guns and tons of money and just things like that. I like how you had the help of the NPCs that were very vital, whether it be one of the NPCs who flew planes that could drop bombs on the enemies, or whether it be the dog or the bear. Like, yo, I really love the NPCs and how valuable they were to the game. I also like how just everywhere you turned, it was just something to do. It never got boring to me. I like just going through and just taking down the Seed family. I think that this family is one of the most craziest families in video game history, next to the family in Resident Evil 7. That family was fucking insane. But I really like how each character in the family was totally different. There was a different type of crazy. Nobody was crazier than Faith. Maybe the pastor might be crazy, and Mike was crazier than Faith, but Faith was insane. But they all had a screw loose, a different type of screw loose, each one of them in the family. But yo, the ending blew my mind. The ending was insane. Yo, I know most of y'all know how the ending ends by now in Far Cry 5 if you've played it. But if not, spoiler alert. Yo, you get two options at the end, whether to rebel against the family or go peacefully. I chose to rebel, of course. And how it ended, like, I didn't think that ending was going to come. Basically, the pastor takes you hostage in the bunker, and that's how it goes off. You don't get to kill him. I thought it was a hallucination, but no. Like, you get on this speed chase in your car from the weather, because, like, god damn it, it's like the whole town is getting ready to blow the fuck up. So you're trying to outrun the blow up, and next thing you know, you don't outrun the blow up. You get caught in the blow up, and mind you, in the car that you were trying to escape the blow up in, you have the pastor in the back seat in handcuffs. The car crashes. He somehow gets out, takes you hostage, and now you and him are in the bunker. Yo, what an ending. I'm surprised that they didn't continue this ending and make that Far Cry 6. That was one of the most craziest endings I've ever witnessed in video game history. Yo, if you played Far Cry 5, let me know how y'all feel about it. Like, to me, like, now I'm going to play all of the DLC to Far Cry 5. I have to. I just have to. I have to go and play every bit of DLC there is to Far Cry 5, man. And I'm so excited to do it. One of the best games that I've played probably in life. One of the most fantastic endings I've ever played in life. Yo, let's get back to the family. Ubisoft, you have to continue Far Cry 5 at some point. It cannot just end with you in the bunker with this crazy ass pastor. What are we doing, Ubisoft? Let's see what we can do. Let's continue that story in another Far Cry. Yo, man, That's my time. I'm going to get up out of here, man. And as usual, y'all know how I end this thing, man. Stay safe. Stay gaming.